Commander, everyone else is with the fleet en route. Save the Emperor, of course. He's back on Droman Cass. I'll connect us.
Commander, thank you for joining us. Darth Shah sent her compliments for your assistance on Mek Shah. It's a great pleasure to know that the two of you worked so well together.
Your successes against the Republic reinforcements have all but guaranteed our victory on Corellia. But we must not become overconfident.
Walk me through your plan for the battle.
Given that the enemy is unaware of the details of our strategy, their fleets will assume a flexible defensive formation in geosynchronous orbit above the Meridian Complex shipyard. Contrary to their expectations, I will take most of our ships to the far side of Corellia, forcing at least some of their vessels to break formation and engage us.
What makes you so certain that they will follow you?
Indiscriminate bombardment of the planet's surface. Cities, industrial centers, resource caches. We will be impossible to ignore.
Taking a huge fleet to serve purely as diversion. You expect us to believe that's your only objective?
My only objective is victory for our empire.
With their formation broken, our technological advantages will allow us to punch through the remaining defenders and conduct a surface assault on the complex. The last of our dreadnoughts equipped with Isotope 5 reactors will escort the ground assault force through the enemy's blockade. Meanwhile, the silencers commanded by Moff Pyron will destroy any Republic capital ships that attempt to interfere.
You mean my silencers?
The Empire's silencers. Once we reach the planet's surface, we will attack the Meridian Complex from multiple directions, seize its control center, and disable the shields protecting it from orbital bombardment.
From there, our ships reduce the complex to slag, and the Republic's best hope for victory crumbles into dust.
Splendid. I do enjoy the intricacies of your strategies. But what of our honored guest? How do you plan to include the Alliance?
The silencers are vulnerable to starfighter attack. With the Alliance fleet to escort them, that risk is all but nullified.
As for the Commander, I would welcome such a deadly ally in my surface attack group.
Let's hope you can keep up with me better than last time.
Rendezvous with these coordinates. Our attack begins as soon as you arrive, Commander.
I shall look forward to reports of our great victory. Good hunting.
My boys have a ship fueled and ready for us. They're practically drooling. Most of them have never seen a battle this big. They'll be competing for the most kills. Care to join the pool? Winner takes any interesting gear or other goodies we managed to plunder on the way out.
I'm not interested.
Suit yourself. Shall we?
Commander, proceed to these coordinates to join our assault formation.
All ships are in position and report ready.
Let the battle begin.
Proceeding with bombardment, targeting all major population centers.
Silencer Group, move to your designated firing points. Surface Attack Group, advance.
Isotope 5 generators at maximum output. Engines at 322%, shields at 563%.
Energy levels like that. Flying this close together? Our little ships will never even show up on their scopes. We're all but invisible.
They're concentrating fire! Trying to pick us off one by one!
Ignore them. Maintain course and speed.
Shields failing. Holding course. Holding!
We have breached the Republic's defensive line.
All ships, break formation. Scatter!
They can't shoot at us now. If they miss, they'll hit their own people on the surface.
And what are we supposed to do if they don't miss?
Die, I guess. Same as any other day.
Surface attack group, proceed to your landing coordinates. The final phase of the battle is about to begin.
Hands up!
Don't shoot! I'm a pacifist.
Who are you?
I'm Theron Cedrax, obviously. Preeminent expert in exotechnology and senior design engineer for this facility.
Theron, huh? Don't you have a buddy named Theron?
Another Theron? He probably spells it the stupid way. Presumably, you're here to seize control of the facility? Or perhaps to sabotage the defensive systems?
Good guess. You're smarter than you seem.
I can assure you it would be impossible to seem as smart as I am. I would love to make a grand speech about never giving up and choosing death over dishonor, but the truth is, the situation is out of my hands. All defensive systems, shields, anti-aircraft guns, and so on, have been transferred to the secondary control station near the top of the spire. All of this equipment is useless now. So there's really nothing to be accomplished here, and nothing I can help you with.
Commander.
Apparently the shield controls have been transferred to another control center higher up in the spire.
Is that so?
None of the computers will respond, my lord. And I'm seeing some lightsaber burns over here.
That was the Jedi, Tau Adair. She's commanding the last of the facility's guards. She severed the connection as soon as control was transferred, then headed upstairs.
Then we have our target. Commander, on Ossus, we united our strength to crush the Jedi who tried to oppose the Empire. It's time we repeated that triumph. Join me, and together we will win a victory for the Empire that will change the course of the galaxy forever.
I've met this Jedi before, on Mek-Shar. I'm going to enjoy taking her down.
Good. Major, hold this position, no matter the cost.
Yes, my lord. And what about him?
He's a useful hostage. The Republic will have to hold back if their top scientist might get caught in the crossfire.
Good thinking.
I should have stayed on Nar Shaddaa.
We'll keep you covered. Good luck up there.
Hold it! Oh no.
Steady. Fear is a deadly weapon, but only if you let them have it.
Afraid or not, you'll die all the same.
We've got your back, Tau.
Fools. Not one of you could hope to defeat us.
You're not fighting one of us. You're fighting all of us.
Then you will all die. You are beaten. Your shipyard will be obliterated. Your Republic will crumble. And your fellow Jedi will be hunted to extinction. Your destruction is inevitable.
As inevitable as gravity!
Catastrophic structural damage detected. Shield power at maximum. Evacuation protocols recommended.
Anri, the Jedi smashed the controls. There's no way to bring down the shields.
I copy. Raven to command. Shield controls disabled. No alternate controls available. Please advise.
All units, evacuate. The mission has failed. The shields cannot be disabled in time. Regroup at RV Point Creche.
You heard her, people. Move out. Fall back, everyone. Fall back!
Commander, that was just about the finest work I've ever seen. I know you're in the thick of it, but stop by the cantina later. Same place as last time.
Have you lost your mind? Why would you call me here?
Well, showing up in person seemed a bit risky. See you soon.
The strategy was clearly flawed. There can be no other explanation.
The strategy was perfect. The fleet held up on its end.
You suggest that Darth Malgus and the Alliance Commander, perhaps the two deadliest beings in the galaxy, are the ones who fell short?
No, I merely suggest that our strategy was not at fault.
Ah, here is our beloved ally now. I'm sure there is a perfectly understandable explanation for these events.
Malgus isn't the man he was. He slowed me down, and gave the enemy the time they needed to ruin our plan.
Where is Malgus now?
Never you fear, he lives on, though his recovery may take some time.
Much like our once beautiful armada. Rather the worse for wear now.
The silencers remain intact, thanks to the cover provided by the Alliance fleet. We consumed a significant portion of our Isotope 5 reserves, and though our ship losses were within projections, they will still be costly to replace. All of this might have been a worthy trade in case of victory, but in defeat, we will be forced to cede significant territories.
Then we must turn to our beloved allies to find the strength we require. My dear Commander, we must depend on your alliance now more than ever before.
If you'd brought me in on your plans earlier, I could have done much more.
A mistake we will not repeat. Let's continue this conversation alone, Commander. The rest of you may go.
What did I say the last time we were in this chamber, Annabelle?
Unnecessary, but delicious. Your power is a sight to behold. This outcome makes one thing quite clear. The Empire requires an organization more suited to direct, decisive action, free of the interference of the Dark Council. A group answerable only to me. Our past Emperor had such a group, the Hand. But its members were a pack of fanatics and madmen. So I will form my own Hand. Its members will be the Empire's most powerful and loyal warriors. From now on, your alliance will coordinate operations alongside the Hand only. The Dark Council will hold no sway over your affairs. Fighting together, the Alliance and the Hand will be too powerful for any enemy to withstand. Our Empire will be unstoppable.
Do you plan to have Malgus serve in the Hand?
I do. He will act as your liaison as well, once he's able. I'll have to find someone else to fill in. For the time being, rest and prepare your people for the battles ahead of us. After all, victory favors the prepared. Farewell.
I don't care. The body count is too high.
This is war. Deaths are inevitable.
I don't believe that. We could have stopped Krovos. We should have.
Theron.
I know you didn't pull the trigger on all of those civilians, but you didn't do anything to stop it. What's the point of taking them apart from inside if you're not saving any lives along the way?
A spy really should be more flexible. I confess, being fully funded by the Empire might have made our daily operations easier, but I have no qualms with our current arrangement. I'm told there's quite a raucous party up in the officers' lounge. Would you care to be the star guest?
Sounds like fun. Let's go.
It's just this way.
Hey, thanks again for finding me that bottle.
Of course. If you need anyone to share it...
Count on it. Mind if I borrow her a minute?
I'll find you later.
Pretty crazy stuff, huh? Ossus wasn't even that long ago. We've already made it through so much. That's war, I suppose. Still, most grunts aren't lucky enough to work with the deadliest fighter in the entire galaxy. Which reminds me, too bad you didn't join the bet. You'd have won for sure.
If I'd known I could win so easily, I'd have joined in.
You're a ringer for sure. I actually came to talk about something else. Back on Corellia, I didn't actually make it out with the rest of the shuttles. Got caught under some falling debris and all the chaos. I wouldn't have made it out at all if they hadn't lent me a hand.
Who?
A fellow Sith.
You're the one who tried to kill me on Mek-Shar.
Don't take it personally.
It was a test. Nothing more.
A test you actually passed.
What are you talking about?
I am Lord Scourge, once a loyal servant of the Empire.
Kira Carson, Jedi Knight. Not thrilled to be here.
All three of us have fought the same enemy. The former Sith Emperor, Tenebrae, Vitiate, Valkorian, whatever you wish to call him. We know he was once a part of you. And we both felt his destruction, but he has always been a master of deceit. We had to be sure that he wasn't lingering in your mind, hidden, waiting to come out only in the most dire circumstances. Now, we are sure.
I don't see Jedi and Sith cooperating very often outside of my alliance. How did you end up working together?
That is a very long story.
We can't risk saying more here. Let's travel to your base on Odessen. It should be safe for us to talk there.
About what?
The final, gruesome weapon of Tenebrae.
What a mess.
I have removed all compromised components. Where shall we begin repairs?
Checking the failsafe is always first. Emperor Vowron had us double the explosive charges after the Ossus mission. It was a real pain to hook up.
Yes. I examined the device after removing it. Highly complex.
You removed it? What are you thinking?
It was rendered inoperable due to damage. Replacement is required. Interestingly, it was the only damage not caused by crushing impacts. The exterior perimeter was actually cut by a high-heat implement.
Oh no.
Give me the droid. And a ship.
The hero of the hour. You've made me a very popular man back at the office. Your tab is my tab now, friend. Seriously, you don't know how much this win means for us. Saving the shipyard without breaking your cover? Absolutely incredible work.
We have the Empire backed into a corner. They won't last long now.
Let's hope you're right. I want to put you in touch with a friend of mine. One of the best covert operators I've ever known. Commander, this is Master Seldarin.
A pleasure.
Sal and her friends have some big plans coming up, and I think you could be a big help.
Few Jedi survived the war with Zakul. Most are scattered to the far corners of the galaxy, hidden, awaiting a sign of hope to return to the fold. We intend to give them that sign, very soon. And when we do, the Empire will try to stop us at any cost. You can stop them in ways no one else can. Warn us of impending attacks. Feed us intel on lost comrades. You can help us save the Jedi.
We're here. Now tell me what this is all about.
As I told you on Viken Space Dock, Tenebray's last gruesome weapon. He sought immortality, but only his endless spite survives now. I was his most powerful servant once, his wrath. But I learned of his true nature and plotted his downfall for centuries. Ultimately, I saw what had to be done, and betrayed my empire in order to destroy its creator. That is how I came to fight alongside Kira.
We fought the Emperor's servants constantly for years. We even thought we'd beaten him alongside my master. Then Yavin 4 happened. And Valkorion.
I received guidance from an old ally. Instead of seeking out our enemy in his current shell, you, as it turns out, we sought a different target. Tenebray hid his original body where no one could harm it. As long as that body remained in stasis, the galaxy's greatest evil could never truly be killed.
Unless we destroyed Tenebray, the fight against Valkorion would never really be over.
Since Valkorion is gone, I assume you succeeded.
We did. As we later learned, we destroyed his first body just as you purged the last vestige of his twisted spirit from your mind. That is when his final weapon was unleashed. A Sith ritual, carved into his very flesh, unleashed an ancient plague from every molecule of his decaying corpse.
We were both knocked out cold, comatose for more than a year. Satil Shan was the one who finally pulled us out of that nightmare, and started a new one.
Like you, Kira and I have both been vessels for a portion of Tenebray's power. It acted as a sort of vaccine. But Satil had no such protection, nor did any of her followers. Within days, they were all laid low, trapped in a nightmarish slumber. In helping us, they are knowingly doomed themselves.
This ritual, what can you tell me about it?
Nothing. We lost consciousness even as we felt it taking shape. The infection is worsening. There is a darkness growing among the afflicted.
We can feel their minds connecting, communicating. We're afraid they might be merging somehow.
Merging into what? Another Valkorion? Is this plague bringing him back somehow?
It's too early to make that conclusion. Whatever it is immensely dangerous. We must stop it.
How?
We loaded Satil and all of her followers onto a transport to keep them quarantined, along with a few medroids to tend to them. The transport is programmed to fly a random course through unsettled sectors of the Outer Rim, all weeks away from civilization. I can send a signal to alter the course, bring it to another empty system that's closer so that we can meet it in a shuttle.
We board the ship and connect our minds with yours through the Force. Together, we will face this entity and purge it from existence. And if we cannot purge it, then we destroy the transport and hope we've ended the old monster's schemes forever.
Valkorion was in my mind for a long time. What if connecting with this entity makes it stronger instead of weaker?
It won't. That is why we tested you as we did. To make sure that no trace of him remained. You will not strengthen this entity. Only destroy it.
It's gonna take a while for the transport to come back into range.
Then we should stay here until it does. If you require any assistance in the meantime, don't hesitate to ask.
Not so fast. I'm not fighting the Republic or the Jedi, so if that's what you want, definitely hesitate to ask.
Ignore her. If necessary, I can slay enough of your enemies for both of us.
Ugh.
She grows on you. Eventually.
Commander, looks like our new friends from the Hand have just entered orbit. I'll get them cleared to land right away.
Commander,
I am Darth Rivix. I believe the Emperor told you to expect me?
You'll be the liaison between the Alliance and the Hand.
Precisely. Competition for the role was heated, as I'm sure you can imagine. I am proud to have stood above all others. I'll have my shuttle bring me to the surface directly. I always prefer speaking in person.
Face to face at last. Your holo does you no justice, my friend.
I hope you've come for more than empty flattery.
Let's find out. Permit me to be direct. My duty as liaison is to facilitate your operations as best I can. My success is judged by your success. I will not profit from obstructing or undermining you. Much as I savor them, deception and manipulation are not among my objectives here. I will relate my Emperor's desires to you, and your accomplishments to him. Anything you require of the Empire's resources, I will obtain. I shall be your ally, your spokesman, and I hope your confidant. You have my vow on it.
Exactly what a manipulator would say. Time will tell.
Indeed, it will. Now, if I may impose upon you a bit more before we delve into official matters, I would love a tour of your base. The stories I've heard.
Of course. I'll show you around myself.
Wonderful. Lead the way. Bolstered by warships from the Meridian Complex shipyard, the Republic has pushed our forces back in several systems. We've lost key battles in the Bormir, Atravis, and Anoat sectors. The sooner we have the Hand fully operational, the better. Before we lose more systems.
Perfection can't be rushed. We'll rejoin the fight when I'm sure we're ready.
Of course. To that end, we are solidifying supply lines and secure communications between Odessen and the rest of Imperial space. An initial deployment of security personnel and patrol ships is already en route. All subject to inspection and approval by your staff, of course. We would like to deploy an additional complement. Assault troops, transports, and so on, to serve in your missions. Having them here, ready to move at your command, would seem logical.
Any more troops that are stationed here will have restricted access. I'm sure you understand.
Of course. We are your allies, not an occupation force. Now then, there is one other matter that needs your attention as we spin up the Hand's day-to-day operations. I've been reviewing the warship assets offered to us, and I noted a potential oversight. The silencers. Given your experience with the silencers and Moff Pyron, it seems fitting to end their current frontline assignment and transfer them to the Hand.
The silencers are mine. Have them report to Odessen immediately.
I'll send the order at once. I believe that concludes our business for the day. Do you require anything else?
Any word on Darth Malgus? I haven't seen him since Corellia.
You are not alone in that. No one has seen him since the battle. It's all rather mysterious. Perhaps he was more badly injured than anyone knows. Or perhaps he's gone rogue again. But surely that's not possible.
I will not return. I will not return. I will not.
Once again, your vital signs have elevated far beyond ideal values. I am concerned that these episodes pose a risk of permanent damage.
Then stop them.
I have already removed all physical modifications related to your loyalty assurance protocols. These hallucinations are the result of psychological manipulation. To correct such potent mental conditioning is beyond my program's scope of practice. Honestly, I am unaware of any technique capable of editing the pathways of your mind so extensively.
I have heard of one possibility. Set course for Dantooine.
Ah! We've waited too long as it is. Something is wrong. I'm sure of it.
Smashing up the place isn't gonna solve anything. We'll find the ship. It's gonna be all right.
I take it there's no sign of the transport with Satil and her followers?
Nothing. It isn't responding to our signals. And we've already checked the next scheduled stop. No sign.
Which leaves just about 200 or 300 systems to search.
There must be another way!
Let's start by not breaking anything. This furniture wasn't free.
Go easy on him. It's been hundreds of years since he felt real emotions. He's a bit out of practice. All we can do is start searching from the ship's last known coordinates, which, for us, could take forever. So we get an expert. We'll send T7 out with an escort and all the probe droids we can find. They'll cover more ground and sort through sensor readings faster than we ever could. T7 works his astromech magic, crunches the probe data to pick up a trail, and we find our missing ship in a matter of days or weeks, instead of years.
Who should be escorting them? More droids?
That would be best. They won't be affected by whatever the Emperor has done to Satil and the others. That's everything settled then. As soon as we get coordinates, you'll be the first to know. Don't worry, your furniture's safe. He'll calm down in a bit.